what's your journey like with mindfulness, and what sort of practices are helpful to you?
A lot of people ask me, "What's your secret? What's your secret to everything you do?" It's like everyone's like, "You're so prolific." Everyone sees the achievements, but they never see how it got to the point that I'm doing all of these things, how it got to the point where I'm manifesting all of this stuff. Like me and my friends we were all into magic and esoteric and occult stuff in 2012,
Mm-hmm.
and I think that's the sort of peak of how all of us started getting into like spirituality and consciousness and learning more about metaphysics.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, it got stuck with me. I actually have a collection of books behind me. It's all esoteric books about different things like lucid dreaming. I got into lucid dreaming. I got into like numerology, feng shui,
Mm-hmm.
and into all of these things and try to get do a sort of Bruce Lee approach.
Mm-hmm.
Whatever I feel works with me, whatever I feel is aligned with my reality, I take. So even my meditation practice are all over the place. I do Buddhist meditation, I do creative meditation, dynamic meditation, depending on my mood.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes guided meditations, but there's something that I used to practice a lot, which you get to experience in the game. It's like modern form of hermetics, where it's like alchemy.
Alchemy.
Alchemy, alchemy and magic. It's like taking things, manifesting things, and sort of like yeah. I have this thing called the inner temple. It's like a space I created in my head,
Mm-hmm.
and I know how to get there when I close my eyes and do my meditation. It's like there's an elaborate way. It's like I sort of teleport myself on this beach, and then I have to go up a flight of stairs, and then there's a door, and in this door, when you open it, there's a room, square room. Each wall is like represents each element, and when you look at the sky, it represents infinity. It's like you see heaven, the stars, and space.
Mm.
So this space is where I do all of my manifestation work and all my basically summon things and like try to like. So basically, some people will be like, summon things, you summon elementals. Yes, I sort of dabble with that. Like, um, I feel like a lot of the things we experience in our daily life is represented by different elements. So, air, of course, represents knowledge stuff. Water, emotion. Fire is like fighting for your will and stuff like that. Earth is like earthly goods, material stuff. So, whenever I have manifestations, I sort of like conjure up these elementals to sort of do my bidding in my head. And a lot of people will say it's crazy, but it's always what worked for me.
Mm. Yeah.
Like my early experiments with mindfulness and these sort of like metaphysical practices or even attraction, abundance, magic, have started with like you can try it with small experiments. Before you sleep today, think about picking up 1,000 pesos tomorrow and see how that affects your day. It's happened to me where I dream about it, I manifest it in my inner temple. The next day, I find 1,000 bucks on the floor.
Mm. Yeah.
It could be something small as that, or something as big as like starting a studio next year, and then it's happening.
Hmm. Yeah, that's really beautiful. I mean, like even hearing you talk about, that sort of inner temple, um, it does sound a sort of like it does sound like a visualization meditation for me. Which I've also done in the past, but not in the same sort of detail that you just shared, where you actually go up a flight of stairs, you do this, and this is what you see, and this is a space where you actually like sort of think about what you want to manifest, and I think that's really fascinating